We're going to talk for just a few moments about how to keep your body really healthy throughout tasks of active daily living. And specifically what I want to talk about today is skilled sitting and skilled standing, which are probably in the workplace the two most common tasks, or the classification of the two most common tasks that people go through, and they're also quite hard work on the body. So in talking about what I mean about skilled sitting and skilled standing, I want to talk about some of the different other types of sitting that there are. So the easiest one to think about maybe is relaxed sitting, where you might be lounging in an armchair at the end of the day, or you might be in the cinema watching a movie up on the big screen, and that would be relaxed sitting. Gravity's winning 100%, but you don't care because you're relaxing. You're not fighting against gravity to perform a task, you're just chilling out. And you're quite well supported in all of that because the chair that you're sitting in is pretty well supported. The second one would be active sitting. So if you think about somebody maybe working behind a reception desk, where they might have to be doing something on the computer and then answering phones and then getting up to help a delivery come in, or open a door for somebody, or go and run an errand up to a different floor, something like that, but they keep coming back to their chair. So they're having a good go at gravity, they're fighting gravity, and there's a lot of variety in that movement, and the chair does really what I think a chair ought to do. It's often in that instance it's just something for you to put your bum on. It's not something for you to lounge back on, which I think is not great for the body. You might have conversational sitting, which would be our third version of sitting. So sitting around a restaurant table talking to your friends and chatting, and well, that's an interesting point, I didn't think about that, and sitting around a board table discussing, so Bill, what's your thoughts, and Julie, what are you thinking? And there's a lot of movement there, and again, we're not switching off and letting gravity win completely, and there's quite a lot of dynamic challenge to us. Now in skilled sitting, which is our fourth one, skilled sitting is very much about focusing on a task. So let's say you were working on a laptop, or you were packing something into a box, and the height at which you do it is set for you because the laptop is where the laptop is, or the dressings come off the factory line at the height the dressings come off the factory line. So your entire attention's got to be here, and it isn't something that you can perform well if the rest of your body's kind of jigging around. You couldn't do it standing on a boat on a stormy sea because you need that delicate control of your fingertips to do it. So out of all those four types of sitting, this is the one in which the battle with gravity is the hardest because you can't recruit other areas of the body. When I bend over here, this side of my body switches on. When I bend over here, this side switches on. When I twist round here, my core switches on in a different way to when I twist round here. When I've got to stay still performing the same task over and over again, I can't go to that extra variety. I can't call in the friends of my body to help out with that. And all the time I'm doing it, I'm under the pressure of gravity, getting into this laptop rabbit scared in the headlights kind of posture. And it's quite interesting that the laptop posture is also called a rabbit posture, because being in that place stimulates the fight or flight pathways in the body, and so just being there tells the body it's under threat, and it responds to that, which is kind of really important because what you want is a lot of recovery, not a lot of threat, and you won't have your foot on the accelerator or the brake at the same time, and you'll always prioritize threat over recovery. So being in this place a lot of the time is not great for your body on the inside or the musculoskeletal system. So what do we do about this? Because maybe your job requires you to do this for quite a long period of time in the day. Well, what that means then is that the first antidote to this is variety of movement, is getting out and reaching hands high above your head because they've not been above your head all day, and rotating your body around the corner because you've not rotated all day long, and standing up and stretching back because you've not done that all day long. So being active is really, really important. Now it might be through exercise, it might just be through a few little moves that you throw in when you take a break every half hour, just to break up that monotony of being here. But number one, be active. Number two, when we do a lot of skilled sitting and skilled standing, because the same thing applies in standing as it does in sitting, the wear and tear can kind of build up over a long period of time, and it starts off as a bit tired, and then it moves to being a bit of an ache, and then the muscles get sore, and then we start to develop trigger points in them, and then they get painful, and then somewhere down the line we call that an injury. But the truth is it started way back here, and that might be years, that span. So it's really important, if you have been in a skilled sitting or a skilled standing job for a long time, is to try massage, get a massage. You want to be able to get their thumbs into the muscles and work some of the gunk out of there that's built up over a long period of time. It's like getting your engine cleaned if it's been sitting in the garage for a long time, not having a really good run out. It's that kind of principle, and it can feel great. Who doesn't like a massage? Treat yourself to one every now and then. And the third thing I want to say about this is drink water. Water is really, really great for flushing some of those toxins out of the system. And the process of drinking water, I think, is really interesting, because you come out of this position and you have to break that pattern to get up to drink some water. So it's great for your body in terms of the movement that it invites you to do. When your glass gets empty, you've got to get up, go and get another glass and come back and sit down again. When your bladder gets full, you've got to go for a pee, and all of those movements break that skilled sitting posture and give your body a bit of variety, give it a chance to access some muscles that it hasn't been accessing for a while. Because the antidote to discomfort from skilled sitting is variety of movement.